Hello everyone. So this week on Life with Hope, we're talking about building community, building like relationships with people. And to kind of go into that topic and that subject, I just have to say, like most things that I talk about, this is gonna look different for everybody. This is gonna be different for everybody. And the reason why I was thinking about this subject today was because a few days ago I was, what was I doing? I was grocery shopping with my husband, and he just has this amazing ability to connect with anyone and everyone. And it's kind of wild because I'm the life coach in the relationship, and he just does such a fantastic job at talking to literally any person that crosses his path. It's honestly so admirable. I'm so impressed by it, and I know I'm like tooting his horn so much right now, but I just wanted to mention that because, like I'm saying, it's gonna be different. It's gonna look different for everyone. For him, he is in the restaurant industry, and so he's surrounded by a lot of people all day, every day, and he is connected with certain like regulars who come in and visit him. He's connected with like reps who come in to see him and coworkers and so many people. So he's constantly communicating to everybody, and so he has this like natural ability to do so. And for others, that's gonna be so different if you are in a classic 9 to 5 or something, and you're sitting in a cubicle at a desk all day and you're barely interacting with anyone, or you work from home, barely interacting with anybody. So super different situations, but to build community and to create those meaningful relationships is kind of just going beyond and just being relatable, like being a human. And the way that I witnessed him do this was in the parking lot leaving the grocery store. He saw on somebody's license plate in their car, they were in a convertible or something, and I don't even know what sport it was. I think it was maybe soccer. And he was saying to them, "Oh, did you see that game last night?" And she's like, "Yeah, this is actually my husband's car, but I do know what game you're talking about," and blah blah. It was a close call, and da da da. And they're just kind of going back and forth for a little bit, just talking about this random thing because he saw this license plate, and that's how he opened up that conversation. And so I just thought it's so amazing that he's so good at this, because there's so many people who see somebody walking down the street and you just go, "Hey, how are you?" "All good, how are you?" "All right, see you later." You know, it's so quick, so brief. There's no like real interaction or human connection happening there. It's just very generic, and it's kind of sad because a lot of us, we are guilty of this, and because it is polite to do so. You know, it's polite to walk by someone and say, "Hey, how are you?" or "Good," and smile and nod. It's great, but what if we just go a little bit deeper, a little bit beyond that, and try to find those things, the topics that you can connect with another person on, and go a little bit deeper to learn what their interests are, their hobbies, whatever it may be. For me, as far as like when I connect and interact with others that are outside of my own circle, maybe that's sometimes going out and volunteering. And so I like to volunteer at a food bank, and like sorting, like a food distribution center. And I like to like help sort foods, and you're just talking to other people at the same time, and they're just like-minded individuals because you're out with doing the same thing for a good cause. And so it's a lot of happy, positive people that you're surrounded by, and you just kind of talk about just different things in your life, get to know them. And it's a nice way to create those relationships and have that impact on somebody that goes a little bit deeper and has a little bit more meaning. And so I think that's how you create those relationships, is by I don't know, I feel like I know I'm kind of repeating myself a little bit, but going further than just the hey, how are you out there, and asking more meaningful questions. And again, I think I've said too, it's just being relatable. Because a lot of us as humans, a lot of us have been in the same boat and we don't even think so. We just kind of make assumptions like, oh, they're 10 or 20 years older than me, or 10 or 20 years younger than me. There's nothing we're gonna have in common. But you do sometimes. It's gonna kind of blow your mind when you kind of create that interaction with people. You're like, huh, they think what I think. How weird. And stuff. So I don't know. This is kind of just a little subject that I was thinking about because of how my husband just interacts with people in such a wonderful way. And I just think it's so funny because, like I said, I'm the life coach. And of course, I make those connections and relationships with others. But he just has this natural ability and this natural skill set. And so with others, it's a little bit more challenging and stuff, because I know that I could be a lot more introverted sometimes. I know that I have to kind of recharge my social battery. It's not always turned on. I have to kind of just have that good balance where there's my days where I'm like, okay, I'm so upbeat, I'm so good, I'm so lively, and others where I'm just like, hey, how are you doing today? Just super, super mellow, super chill. So I know I have my moments, but I'll give one quick example of my experience of creating a deeper connection with someone. That I was at work, and we were just both talking to each other, and we're like, hey, I know I've seen you a bunch of times before, but I'm curious, like, what do you do like for a living? What do you do outside of this? And we both connected that we both do life coaching. And I'm like, what the heck? I've literally seen you like a dozen times already, and we've never spoken about this once. So it was just so interesting and so cool to have that happen, where you're like, wow, it's wild what kind of doors open or secrets or mysteries unfold because you started to just ask those questions. And instead of just the generic ones, you ask something a little bit deeper, a little bit more than what you maybe would in the past. And who knows what type of connection you're going to create there. And so, I don't know, it's pretty cool. So that's what I'm going to just leave you with today is deeper, meaningful connections, creating community that way. It's just speak your mind and be relatable to other people. And that's how we all connect. We're all human, right? All right. Thank you for listening. I appreciate you all very much, and I will talk to you soon.